Hi, first grade. I'm going to talk to you about all the things you're going to do in science and STEM this week. And what I want you to do is start with your Sound and Light book. You're going to read pages 46 through 55, and it's going to talk about light and reflections. So go ahead and pause the video, read your book, and then come back and we'll talk about mirrors. The first thing we're going to talk about is mirrors and light beams. So you'll be using this paper. Now, if you already used it, that's no problem. You can just use your journal. For the mirrors, it's called Mirrors and Light Beams. It says, how can we redirect a light beam? So what you're going to do is you're going to use your mirror. And the first thing I want you to do is figure out if you think this mirror is opaque, translucent, or transparent. So one way to do that would be to try to shine a light. Does the light go through the mirror? Does it go through a little bit, or does it not go through at all? So that's right, the mirror is opaque because the light does not go through it at all. And what the mirror does is it reflects the light beam. So I can reflect the light so that it's shining behind me. I don't really want to shine it in my face. You can redirect it so it shines somewhere else and all around. The other thing you can do is take your mirror outside if it's a sunny day and practice redirecting the sunlight. See if you can shine the light of the sun onto your house or onto your garage door or something like that. And then what I want you to do is see if you can practice shining the beam of light maybe onto the ceiling or walls or behind you. And then you're going to draw a picture of how the light is redirected by the mirror. And then you're going to tell me how you did it. How did you make the light bounce from the mirror to somewhere else? Okay, your next mirror assignment is going to be reflections. Okay, it says, what can we see with a mirror? And I'm going to tell you exactly what you're going to put on here. Again, if you already did this page, you can go ahead and do this in your journal. So the word reflection means that something bounces. So when something hits the mirror, it bounces back. The verb for that is the word reflect. Reflect is what the light actually does when it hits the mirror. It reflects. So what you're going to do is use your mirror, and you're going to look at yourself and think about, what do you see when you look in the mirror? Well, you see your eyes, you see your nose, you see your face. And what I want you to do is look closely at your eye. Look at all the parts of your eye. And then on your paper, I want you to draw a science drawing of your eye. That means it's not going to be a cartoony drawing. It's going to be a real drawing of your eye. And then you're going to label it like a diagram would. That's how we do science drawings. And so you're going to look and be careful about the shape of your eye. It's not a circle, right? So it's more of an oval shape. So I'm going to start to draw my eye. I'm going to look again. I'm going to draw it like this and then draw the pupil. And I also see eyelashes, so I'm going to add all of that. So you're going to have a shape similar to this. Go ahead and use colors so that you can draw it accurately. Don't use green like I am. And then I want you to label parts of your eye, like your eyelashes and your pupil. And then I want you to take your mirror and you're going to put it on your eye and see if you have two eyes that are the same or see if you get two eyes that are different. After you've finished your eye, and go ahead and label it. So you have the pupil, that's the black part. And then you have the iris, that's the colored part of your eye. So all of ours will look a little bit different. And then you have eyelashes. So I've labeled my diagram of my eye. And then remember, you were going to see if you could see two eyes. And then what I want you to do is you're going to use your mirror to then see if you can see reflections of things that are behind you. So right now I see the door to my office and I see a file box. I can see some pictures on the wall and I'm going to move it around and see all the things that I can see. Then what I want you to write about is what you see besides yourself in the reflection, because you also see what's behind you, and especially as you move the mirror around, then you're going to see all kinds of other things. So see if you can see behind you. See if you can even use your mirror to see to the side of you. Okay? And then you're going to tell me what a reflection is. So you will say on these lines, a reflection is. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is a STEM project with an Easter egg, and you'll watch Carson's video for that. Your last science activity is actually an extension of math. It's the blue paper. It looks like this, and it shows some objects that are creating shadows. It says a student took 3 objects outside to look at their shadows. He had a marker, a glue stick, and a metal thermos. So what you're going to do is, it says clips, but we're not going to use the clips. You're going to use your little ones cubes, because the ones cubes are exactly 1 centimeter long. So you're going to line them up on the shadow on the paper and see exactly how many cubes or centimeters long each shadow is, and then record that here. Remember that when you measure, you have to make sure that you line it up it needs to go end to end. It can't go in the middle and it can't go crooked. It's got to go straight, end to end. And then go ahead and answer the questions down at the bottom.